Good morning, student. So as we are doing the matplotlib data visualizations, in a matplotlib data visualizations we are taking some data, and based on that particular data what we are doing, we are making the particular thing to be workable. Okay, so let us see how we can work on this particular area and how we can find the particular thing can be implementable. So now see this program. Now in this program what are there, let us see. First and foremost, what that this is a program where you need to design a particular graph, isn't it? So when you need to design a particular graph, here some of the things that we have added here, that means designing also we have added here, that how we are going to design that graph. Now in this particular graph you see here that the thing what we have added it, matplotlib.pyplot. Now matplotlib, what is a matplotlib? Matplotlib is a library functions that we are calling here, isn't it? So there are the different pattern of the library functions we do have, and those the different type of library functions what we are having, we are calling those library functions and we are working on this particular library function. Now as you are calling this particular library function, what we find it that you need to import it, isn't it? So what has been done here? Import matplotlib. Now as you are calling, now what is the purpose of calling this particular matplotlib? The purpose of calling this particular matplotlib is that you can design, or you can design one graph here and you can implement one graph here. Okay, so this is the section what you can find, this is the part what you can find that as you are constructing the structures, as you are making the particular structure, this particular structure what we are having or what you are getting it, that we are calling one particular pattern or one type of functions which are available here. Okay, those the different pattern of functions that we can find that is available here in this particular area. We find it that we have what the different type of matplotlib that we are using. Okay, we are calling the matplotlib. Under the matplotlib, then what we are calling here, under the matplotlib we find it that there is a pyplot, isn't it? Pyplot as PLT. So what is the name of the pyplot as we have called here? The the pyplot name that has been called here as PLT. That means this pyplot is working under what? Under the matplot. That this is the one of the section of the matplot based on which we have called it, and we find it that particular structures is there, and we find that how this particular structures will going to work. Okay, so this is what you can find, this is the part what you can see, that as you are working on this particular pattern, as you are working on this particular structures, there what we find it that we have a pyplot and a matplot. That means two different pattern of the functions we are calling and we are working on it. Clear? So this is how you can find it, this is how you can see that when we have this particular structures, that means what is our requirement, what are the requirement we do have. The requirement that we do have is an x and y. Clear? X and y. The first we have taken some value of x and y. What is the value? 1, 2 and 3, and another is 7, 8 and 4. So 1, 2 and 3 and 7, 8 and 4 that we are giving, this is one particular set. This can be said as in one particular set. Now when you have taken this value, when you have taken the value of x and when you have taken the value of y, this the value of x and this the value of y, what is there that we are doing here, what? Plotting. Isn't it? We are doing here plotting. What is the plotting? PLT dot plot x comma y. That means what is the name of this particular total thing has been given? First line. You can change the name. You can make it suppose gross purchase, then sale, whatever you want. Purchase 1, purchase 2. So name of this particular line, that means this particular group, you can give the particular group name as per your requirement. So this is the thing what we find that we can use it and we can make this. So what we can see that we have this particular one first set. So this set name, how you will give the name, that is also a question. How you can identify that yes, this is the set. So what we do here, we have done here PLT dot plot. Okay, plt dot plot, plt dot plot, that means when you are calling here the plt dot plot, this particular plt dot plot, what are the thing has been given? First I have taken that x and the y, isn't it? The x and y that has been taken here, as the x and y has been taken here, this particular x and y, what we have done here, we have labeled it. Label means we have given one certain name for it, for that group, for this particular group, x and y group. Okay, then you can see here, then you find it that there is another group has been created. What is that? x2 and y2. So x2 and y2, when the group has been created there, you can find here in this particular group there is also some value has been taken. What are the value? 1, 2 and 3, isn't it? 1, 2 and 3, and next y2 has been taken 5, 6 and 4. So when the thing has been taken in this way, when you find the particular thing has been taken in this way, now how you will going to plot it, how we will going to make the plotting? So plotting has been done in the way that plt dot plot y to x2 comma y2. Okay, x2 comma y2. So since we have given the x2 comma y2, there we find it the label is there, isn't it? So we have this particular label structures, we are forming this particular label structures. Clear? So as we are giving these label structures, what is the label name we are giving here? We have given this particular combined series as second line. Okay, this series has been given as a second line. So we have two different declarations. One is a first line and one is a second line. You can give here that first item, second item, whatever, depend on your particular information, particular structures based on which you want to design the graph, based on which you want to make the particular graph. You can find here that the thing will going to work with. Now when you are finding this, what we find it that here what I have given x level, that means I have named the x level what? Plot list, and y level what the name has been given? Variables, isn't it? Now what we can find it, plt dot title list values are plotted. Clear? List values are plotted. Then what has been given? plt dot legend, that means we are using here this particular thing as a legend purpose also. That means legend means what? That how we are constructing the structures, what is the structure pattern, and how the structures will going to work. This is the particular thing that we find it that we will going to have the particular structures in this way, and we can make it. So what we are doing actually here, see here very nicely again, the thing is that first and foremost we have imported, what we have imported? We have imported two different type of functions or two different type of files. So what are the two different type of functions or files are there? One is matplotlib and another is a pyplot. Okay, so two different type of functions and two different type of files is matplotlib and pyplot. So how we have called this particular pyplot? Pyplot we have called as plt. Then I have taken the some value of x and some value of y. So as I have taken the some value of x and some value of y, those the values what are there, what has been done here, that we are giving some label for it. Okay, we have given some label for it. Now as we have given the label for it, next what you can find, there is x2 and y2 is there. So x2 and y2, when we are designing the x2 and y2, this particular x2 and y2, what we are doing it here, we find it that we also have one particular work or particular way that we are having this particular structures, we are maintaining this particular structures. So how the structures has been maintained? The structures has been maintained by giving some name of it. Okay, so as we find it that we are having this particular structures based on which we are creating it, we are making it. Now what we are having, what we are finding it, that first and foremost I have given the x level name, second I have given the y level name, and after the x level and y level name I have given, what has been given there? The title of the particular thing, isn't it? The title of the particular graph has been given there. So this is the title, what we can find the title, list values are plotted. okay, and plt.legend, that means legend can also be created here, and lastly you see what we have called here plt.show, that means to show what the particular order or the structure of this particular program is, isn't it? Now let us see what pattern of output it will going to give to us. Now see this particular output, what you can find in this particular output, that there in this particular output it has two axes, isn't it? This is an x-axis that I am moving the cursor here, this is the x-axis, and this one is what? This one is an y-axis. So two axes are there, two axes you see, the data fragmentation here 1, then 1.5, 2, 2.5 and 3. And here what 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5 and 8. So this is what you can find it, that particular structure is there in this particular way. Okay, so in this particular way the structure is here. Now what we have given? We have given the name of the particular chart. So particular chart name has been given here. Now what we can find, the variables are there. This is the variables that has been created here, and this is what? This is the plotting that has been done here. Okay, so this is what you can find it, this is the legend that has been created for this work. Okay, so as you find the legend has been created for this work, this the particular legend what is there, that means which is first line, which is second line. The see, by default the first line always come in a blue color, okay, and second line is come in a green color. So that color pattern we will discuss later, but see here, this is the first line and second line what is there. So as we have the first line and second line, see here they have started, the first line has started from 7 and 1, then it has gone from this at 2 and 8, then it had come down at 3 to 4, isn't it? Second formation is what? 5 to 1, next is 1, it comes to 2, and at the middle of 6, after that it has gone to where? At 3 and 4. So this is the thing what we can find it, that how the structures has been constructed, and based on these structures how we can find the particular graph is there, and we can use this particular graph for the designing purpose. Okay, so this is how the thing is executed, and we are working on this particular area. Now let us see what is the second program related to it. Now see this particular second program. In this second program what has been done, see here, in this second program at first and foremost I have called import matplotlib as pyplot. Okay, pyplot as plt. Now here I have given the values is x value is 2, 3 and 4, and y value is 5, 7 and 4. So as this the values has been declared here, this particular value what you can find here, that plt.plot, what the plotting has been done, plt.plot we can find it. So this plt.plot what we have find it, that x level and y level is there. So this the x what we have taken here, x values we have taken, x and y value we have taken, and we have label it as a first line. So next what you can find it, next you see here yx2 and y2 has been given. So this is the thing what we can find here, that we are working here. So in this particular area, in this particular part, so we can working here based on the some part, that particular part what we can find it, that where we are implementing this particular work to be implementable, isn't it? How we have declared it, we have taken x, and as we have taken the x, then we have taken some values. Now you see one thing, those the values has been taken, you see there are some similarities has been kept in the value 1. Okay, so this is the plotting what has been done. Next you see the next series what has been constructed here. In this next series you can find it, those the values has been taken, there is a very much differences has been kept in the value. What is that? That 3, 4 and 5 and 10, 11 and 14. So difference has been kept in the value. As you keep that particular difference, then how will be the graph will represent? That is one of the big questions, because we have kept a difference in the value and difference in the pattern of the value in the second series phase. So when we have kept this, therefore what we find, that we will going to have this particular structures, and we are working on this particular structures. So as we are working on this particular structures, as we are creating this particular structures, that each of these particular structures what we have, what we see that they are going to have this particular phase where you can declare the data type. Okay, so this the x and y value, and x2 and y2 value, that what is there, that we have implemented here, and we have give this thing here. Okay, so as we have given this thing here, as we have find this particular thing is here, this particular thing what we can find it, that will going to work in such a way, and in such an area where we find that they are going to have a certain phenomenon or certain structures based on which we have to construct it. Okay, so this the particular thing, this is the particular area where we are constructing what we are making. We have to see those things very minutely, that how we are making this particular frame, how we are going to construct this particular structures. So here what we find it, that level name we have given. After that what we can find, that x level is here. So x level we have given some name of the x level, and there what we find, there is some y level also we have named some y level there. So as we have named the x level, as we have named the y level, then what has been given, the title of the particular graph also be given here. So all this particular thing, all this particular part, when we are implementing here, we find it, this particular part as we are implementing, then the title has been given there. And what is the title? Title is that title, totally you will give the title based on the particular graph that you are constructing. Okay, what pattern of graph you are constructing, based on that it will, that here list values are being plotted, that means list of the values, that what we are plotting it here. Okay, then what we have, I have given here legend, and lastly the plt.show. So plt.show, when we have given this particular plt.show, this particular plt.show will going to implement in such a way that it will take all the values what has been given. It will take different plt.plot, level and axis, and after taking all the values, then the thing will going to be implemented. Okay, then the thing will going to be worked in this particular feature. So as we are working here, as we are finding this, that we have a particular pattern of structures, and we are working on this particular type of structures that we are having on it. Okay, so this is the frame, this is the frame that we are constructing, this is the frame that we are making. Okay, so those are the different structures that we are constructing here, and we are making them. So now you can see here that what it will going to give the output. Let us see what the output is there. So now see, this is the output what has been constructed here. What the output you can find it, that this is a list value plotted, that means this is the heading has been given here. As you find the heading is given there, then what it has got, the x axis name and y axis name, isn't it? And this is the legend. See, as the value has been given, based on the value how it has been segregated, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5 and 5. And from here you see, as the value has been given, this is the thing what you can find, it has been constructed. See, from half it has been started, because we have started from 3, isn't it? So this is the legend, first line and second line. So as we find, the first line and second line is there, and this is the heading what we are having in this particular area. So this is how you can see, this is how you can find it, that when we are having this particular structures, when we are maintaining this particular structures, in this particular structures what we have given the value. That means this is what we can say scattered line graph. This is not a proper line from each of the face, it is a scattered line face, and we are using this scattered line face, and we are drawing this particular scattered line face, isn't it? So this is the structures that has been constructed, and as we are constructing this structure, we can find here that what are the thing has been designing purpose we have used. Okay, what are the things that we have used for the designing purpose? The thing that we have used for the designing purpose, that is the name of the x-axis, name of the y-axis, name of the this particular graph, as well as the legend that has been created. Okay, so this is how you can find it. This is the way you can see that how we can create the legend, how we can work with the legend, and we can make this legend to be workable, isn't it? So this is what about your total structure of the graph. So thank you all. Today I am ending my today's session here. Thank you very much.